This content is produced for fandom documentation and educational purposes only. All information comes from publicly available sources and verified fandom archives within the Bojun Yi Xiao, BJYX, Yizhan community. It does not claim or imply any private relationship beyond what has been shown in official media. All materials, including images, video clips, and audio, belong to their rightful owners and are used here under fair use for commentary, analysis, and educational documentation. Both Wang, Yibo, and Zhan are deeply respected as individual artists. This documentation is made for the Yizhan community only. If you are solo, this content may not be for you, but if you still choose to watch, I'll take it as a sign that you appreciate Yizhan and are willing to enjoy this video all the way to the end. Alright, detectives, grab your magnifying glasses, your screenshots, and maybe a cup of milk tea because this case is juicier than a summer peach. You know how every fandom has that one rumor that refuses to die? The one that's so wild you laugh it off, until suddenly it starts connecting dots that were never meant to be connected? Yeah, this is one of those. So here's how it starts. It started with a random fan watching Legend of Zhan. Harmless, right? Then she stumbled into the Untamed, fell headfirst into Turtle Land, and thought that was the end of it. But it wasn't. Because one quiet evening, a family conversation turned into one of the wildest fandom melons ever dropped. And the person who dropped it? Not a CP fan. Not even a CQL watcher, just her brother. That one sentence from him changed everything and sent the fandom spiraling into theories involving Yunnan, 2020, blue skies, white clouds, and matching posts that might not be coincidences at all. So buckle up. Besties, this is candy number 1. A story that starts with one sentence, one brother, and one connection we can't quite shake off. The fake rumor. After finishing Legend of Zhan, an OP casually checked out Bunny's old works. Next thing she knew, she was binge-watching The Untamed, scrolling through Weibo and Douyin like there was no tomorrow. Classic new turtle behavior. One evening, her 45-year-old brother noticed her sudden obsession and asked what was up. Thinking he wouldn't understand, she shrugged it off. Because Bunny looks handsome. Simple. Innocent. But her brother? Calm. Serious. Not the gossiping type. Dropped a line that made her freeze. Even if you like him, it's useless. Don't you know he and Lion are a couple? Excuse me, what? The OP was stunned. How would he even know that? So she asked, and his answer was somehow even more shocking. Back when I was working in Yunnan, someone in my unit specifically asked about this. Turns out her brother had been stationed in Yunnan about 4 or 5 years ago in a government-affiliated unit. He's not into celebrities, doesn't follow idols, barely knows names. And yet here he was, confidently stating something that sent the entire fandom into meltdown mode. She made it clear. Her brother is a man of principle. The type who says things exactly as they are. So when he said it so directly, with that kind of certainty, it felt 100% reliable, and thus, candy number 1 was born. Now, CPN Mode on! Since he learned this during his time in Yunnan 4 to 5 years ago, the turtle fandom theorized it might connect to when Lion filmed being a hero in Yunnan in 2020. Some speculated his unit may have interacted with the production. After all, dramas like being a hero involve real police units. It isn't far-fetched for someone to ask. Someone in his unit had specifically asked about it. Background checks on the cast? A serious tone drama? Who knows? Again, all speculation, take it with a grain of salt. Now for the sweet parts, the sky theory. On Street Dance of China, Lion said Yunnan is blue skies and white clouds were especially beautiful.
我最想去的地方。
我云南的，
为什么？
因为我就战队里面不是有个小白哥嘛，然后云南，然后他给了几张照片，我看哇，很美。
来找我，我在云南。
哦，是上版纳。
他说那个景又是跟三亚不一样的，
那边的蓝天白云特别好，
对吧？
Then, in 2020, Bunny posted, "Look at the blue skies and white clouds. My hair has gotten so long." Fandom turtles at the time speculated those pictures might have been taken near the Being a Hero set. There was even an old fake rumor about Bunny visiting Lion on set. Parallels? Bunny's post looked similar to Lion's 2017 post. Same vibes, similar captions, similar placement. Lion, should I grow my hair out again? Bunny, hair has gotten long. The first pictures from both posts, when put together, allegedly form a heart. The little cartoon drawings Bunny made looked suspiciously like Lion's clothes in summer surf shop. The posting loops. Remember that CPN, after Bunny and Lion's first meeting on Day Up, Lion started closely following Bunny's Weibo activities. Every time Bunny made a post, Lion would make one right after. This is speculated to be one of those posts. There are even more examples of this pattern. Posts that appeared just moments apart, almost like an unspoken rhythm between the two. Lion also kept his WeChat background from one of those posts, and fans managed to trace the picture within seconds. It turned out to be a photo from 2017. Whatever the case, whether Bunny had sent that photo to him or not, the fact remains, Lion had it saved. And later he used it as his WeChat background. That alone says a lot. Also, adding a small extra note here, the blue sky and white clouds photo was later included in Bunny's GQ magazine feature. I might have strayed a little too far from the original post, but honestly, I love how everything is so beautifully connected and so seems real. Full circle. What began as a brother casually exposing that Bunny and Lion are a couple somehow spiraled into connective threads spanning Yunnan, filming schedules, matching captions, hair posts, blue skies, WeChat backgrounds, and GQ layouts. Did we stray from the original story? Absolutely. Do we regret it? Never. Because everything is so connected, so poetic, and so seems real. Okay, let's be real. We came for the rumor, stayed for the receipts, and now we're too emotionally invested to leave. Blue skies? Matching captions? WeChat background from 2017? Babe, this isn't just candy, it's a whole dessert buffet. So, detectives of love, what's your verdict? SZD or just a dangerously well-coordinated coincidence? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit like, share it with your fellow turtles, and subscribe for more spicy theories and sweet parallels. Because in this fandom, nothing is ever just a post.